So your ligaments are what hold one bone to the other bone, and there's nothing that strengthens them. It's a connective tissue. It holds them together or they stretch apart. And so if you think of your ligaments almost like an old wire hanger, this hanger has some give to it, so it can move. It's flexible, but when you start to pull it further than it's designed to go, now it doesn't go back. And that's how the ligaments work, connecting your bones in your ankle, your knee, or in your spine. And so the reason I say that is because once you start to have damage in the ligaments that connect the bones in your spine, they become more flexible or they move further or out of alignment in a way that they're not supposed to, just like the hanger moves in a direction it's not supposed to. And it can come back some, but it's not going to come back exactly the same. And so that's what happens with ligaments. So if somebody had birth trauma, if somebody had a major car accident, if they had a sports injury, if they got thrown from a horse, if they had an accident sledding down a hill or tubing behind a boat, that can mess with their ligaments, and they're never going to be exactly the same, just like this hanger will never be exactly the same. And so once your spine or your joints have that, they will become more flexible and actually more vulnerable. So it's very easy now for these ligaments, because there's more mobility, for that area to get tight to protect it, and then it becomes rigid and arthritic over time. So we don't want that. So we want strength and mobility. So when you have ligament damage, it's very important a person's working to improve a healthy mobility so that things function properly and don't become arthritic. But it also needs strength around it. So if the ligament is not stabilizing the joint the way that it's supposed to, you have to work with the muscle around it to help do the ligament's job. And so when we're talking about our spine, once somebody's head starts to fall forward, now we have to work to bring it back, but those ligaments will have a tendency to go back to that position pretty easily, especially if you go back into the job or the activity that caused it in the first place. And so that's why it's so important that the spine is getting adjusted so it moves properly, but then also you're working to mobilize and stabilize the spine. So what does that mean? That means things like your traction, things like your wobble, help it to move more normally so it functions properly. But also things like your head weight, your body weighting, the rolls help you to strengthen and stabilize your spine so you have better stability. And so when you can do that, you now have a rhythm where you can sustain great health and mobility over time, or over the course of your lifetime, really. But what can happen is, because the muscles are doing the job of the ligament, if your body gets overtired or overstressed, now the muscles are getting fatigued, the ligament's not doing its job, and now you have a flare up of an old injury. That's why something can feel like, oh, it doesn't really bother me, and then I had a very busy week or a weekend with very little sleep, and now I feel it in my ankle, or now I feel it in my neck, or now I feel it in my back. You've got to give your body time to rest and recover. And so all that to say this, to keep your spine and your nerves healthy, we've got to take care of the muscles, joints, ligaments so that we protect the nerves. And one of the ways that we protect the ligaments is keep your body mobile and strong. And that's a rhythm of adjustments and a rhythm of home care.